Welcome to the Liv Morgan edition of my fantasy booking series, where I am going to book Liv Morgan and her title run. Now, the big elephant in the room is she cannot cut a promo to save her life. And there's ways around that. This is the way that I would work around it. On SmackDown, on the go-home show to SummerSlam, I would have Liv and Rousey teaming up against Natalya and Lacey Evans. Liv gets the upper hand to begin with, goes and tags Rousey. Rousey gets her stuff in, tags Liv back in. Then the heels begin to get over. Liv begins to mount the comeback, trying to scramble over to Rousey. Rousey extending her arm out to try to tag herself in. And then at the very last second, Rousey pulls her arm away, jumps down to the floor, abandoning her partner. And you can see the cocky grin on Rousey's face. And the cameras and the microphones pick up. I'm done carrying your princess ass. Liv, looking shocked. She turns around right into a women's right from Lacey Evans, who picks up the win. Rousey slides back under the bottom rope, chases off Natalya and Evans, and then Rousey looking at Liv as she begins to come to. Rousey grabs the arm. Liv trying to scramble away, but to no avail. Rousey leans back, wrenching at the arm in her arm bar. And Liv's arm appears to snap in half. And the show goes to black with Rousey standing over Liv Morgan with the belt. SummerSlam comes, and Liv is advised to not compete, but she insists. She wants to be a fighting champion, a champion for the people. So WWE official Adam Pearce says, all right, but we're not going to sanction this. So that leads us to Liv Morgan versus Ronda Rousey in an unsanctioned match. And for those of you that do not know, an unsanctioned match means that there is no rules. No DQ, no count out. And WWE is not responsible for any damages that come within this match. Rousey is the first to come out, and she looks angry, making her way to the ring at record pace. Liv comes out, her arm heavily taped in a cast to the point where she cannot move her arm. Rousey jumps out of the ring, charges at Liv, quickly getting the upper hand as the bell rings to start the match. Rousey quickly begins untaping, ripping up the cast. Rousey successfully rips off all the protective gear on Liv's arm and slams Liv's broken arm to the mat. Liv, rolling in pain, grabbing at the arm as Rousey continues to stalk. Then Rousey steps over on the other arm and sets up for an arm bar. Liv again trying to scramble out, and again to no avail. Rousey applies the arm bar, Liv forced to tap out almost immediately. But Rousey keeps wrenching, breaking the second arm in as many nights on Liv Morgan. Liv forced on the shelf, and in that time, Rousey lays waste to everyone in her path. And the Royal Rumble comes. And entrant number 30 is unfamiliar music. A completely repackaged Liv Morgan, a darker, more sadistic Liv, emerges from the entry ramp. Her eyes glowing red as if her inner demon had been unleashed. Morgan slides under the ropes and then continues to no-sell everything. Charlotte Flair's chops, Lynch's manhandle slam, Bailey's Bailey to belly suplex. Liv pops right back up and stares him down. Liv starts her offense and one by one eliminates everyone from the ring, winning the Royal Rumble. Later in the night, Rousey is set to defend her title against Natalya and successfully retains. And as Rousey lifts her title high above her head, the lights go out. A sadistic laugh fills the arena. The lights come back on. Rousey, looking around, does not see Liv directly behind her. And Liv hits Rousey with an inverted DDT, kind of like a scorpion death drop. Liv picks up the title, stares at it, and then drops the title on the laid out champion and motions that she is going after Rousey to get her title back. The mind games continue throughout the road to WrestleMania. Unlucky mishaps, near misses happen to Rousey throughout the locker room. Rousey looks in the mirror, sees Liv, turns, she's not there. All the while in tune-up matches leading up to WrestleMania, Liv is normal Liv Morgan that we have come to know and love with her usual music. Rousey going out for her final tune-up match before WrestleMania, spots the normal Liv Morgan. Liv wishes Rousey good luck. And Ronda loses it. Attacks Liv Morgan, puts her in the armbar, snapping her arm in half again, and finally getting separated. Rousey goes out for her match against Shotzi. Rousey gets on Shotzi fairly quickly, and in less than a minute sets Shotzi up for the armbar. But before Rousey can lay back to apply it, the lights go out, and the evil laugh of Liv fills the arena once again. This time, Liv appears nose to nose with Rousey. Rousey takes a swing. But Liv ducks. Liv shoves Rousey to the ground. Rousey pops back up, and the camera mic picks up. "You think I'm afraid of you?" Liv smiles, holds her hands out, looks up into the sky. As blood begins raining down from the rafters, Rousey scrambles out, and Liv smiles as the raining blood streams down her face. WrestleMania comes, and we're finally here. Liv Morgan, Ronda Rousey. They start the match by facing off, staring each other down. Rousey kicks the legs of Liv. Rousey grabs at her foot as Liv no-sells and laughs. Liv starts beating on Ronda Rousey. Rousey trying to mount an offense, but to no avail. Finally, Rousey gets behind Liv and gets Liv in a sleeper. For the first time, we see Demon Liv finally in peril. We see Liv trying to scramble to break the hold, but Rousey has it locked in tight. Demon Liv growing limp. The referee, Jessica Carr, grabs Liv's wrist, holding it high, and again, the limp arm of Liv's falls to the mat. She does this again for a 2 count. And when Carr turns back to grab the wrist again, Liv starts laughing. Rousey tightens the grip, but Liv quickly slips out, gets behind Rousey, and hits her with a DDT, and Liv regains the women's SmackDown championship. Yeah, I went a little darker with this one. I kind of really flipped the script on Liv Morgan, kind of pulled a little bit of Finn Balor, a little bit of Undertaker. I think it would benefit Liv if she went more of the silent champion who doesn't talk a whole lot. You don't necessarily need a mouthpiece, but just have her body language tell what she wants to say. That is the little bit of difference that I would do than what I have seen on the internet on what they should do with Liv. Because the body language, that is what The Undertaker perfected. You knew exactly what he wanted to say, and he didn't have to say a word. And that's what I would do with Liv Morgan. Let me know. Would you do it differently? If you would, how? Make sure to like and subscribe because we have so much more fun stuff coming. Tomorrow, it is the live stream, 2019 LSU Alabama. Friday, college football realignment, cover that and what to expect. And then Saturday will be when I release the SmackDown review. So make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of this. And next week, we'll be going through some more football stuff. And it's going to be over-under on the SEC using the Barstool Sportsbook and what I would do if I were a betting man. So we'll see you next time on the Dylan Hoder Show.